Speaking of which, that might lead to pain crises, and that's our subject today. We don't want to get involved in that. Pain crisis, so what's that all about in general?
Well, I got an interesting bit of research across my desk the other day. It kind of shocked me. They reported that 30 million people in America and Europe will suffer at any given time with severe or chronic low back pain. So right now, at this moment, there are 30 million sufferers.
Now, you had mentioned low back pain is a big thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Mm-hmm. And in 5 years, that number is going to climb to 70 million because of the baby boomers.
Oh my.
Touring.
Uh-huh.
And this is the thing that kind of shook me up was the number of practitioners estimated to handle those people will be the same. There's 475,000 people in America and Europe that are chiropractors, osteopaths, massage therapists, physical therapists, trained to handle this problem. And that number's not going to change based on people entering the various professions, people leaving for whatever reason, retiring. So,
well, maybe hearing this, young people will say, "Oh, that's a field for me to enter."
No doubt about it. I thought, wow, what a momentous problem that someone's going to have to come up with a solution.
It's neat to look at it that way. I mean, it's great for your practice, no doubt, but obviously you're looking for people's care more than building a practice. So that's the crisis as you see it. Like, what are we going to do? How's this going to handle?
What's to be done? In a cost-effective way, and one that's going to functionally make an impact. I mean, we can play with pills, potions, and lotions all day long. That's not going to handle a mechanical disorder.
Doesn't it seem like it should, I'm just guessing here, relate to prevention and precaution, and how can you prevent that number from doubling?
Well, I guess the group that was looking at these numbers and made these projections were looking at two things: chronicity, a problem that's been there a long time, and age. Assuming that as someone matures, they're just assuming that people won't take care of themselves, and they're going to have these problems no matter what.
History repeats itself.
Which is probably true. So how can it be prevented? Well, that's why I'm here. In an effort to educate, to empower people, and to get their bodies examined or get checkups.
What is it that defines chronic pain? How often do you have to be in pain for it to be a chronic condition?
A chronic condition is something that is resistant to treatment despite any usual or customary effort, which means Aleve, Tylenol, Advil, whatever, bed rest, pain medication, and continues year after year after year. That's chronic. Whether it's in flare-ups or whether it's constant, it doesn't matter. If it continues.
And it seems like for all the times we've talked to you, there are very few things you can't treat or find some relief for.
Sure. It's, about 70% of you is bones, muscles, nerves, and joints. That's a big percentage of your body, you see. And that's the mechanical system, and that's what chiropractors are heavily skilled in treating, disorders of that system.
What causes lower back pain? I mean, why does it settle in the lower back?
That's a great question. Whoa, how am I going to figure that one out? Well, we can start this way. The low back is like the Achilles heel of the spine. We have nerves that come out between the bones, of course, and the holes for those nerves are smallest in the low back, and the nerves are the biggest. So the low back is the highest susceptibility for pain and dysfunction to occur. Also, we're a sedentary group. Americans like to sit, you see. Now sitting, a Stanford task force decided to take a look at forces along the spine, because it used to be believed, well, only workers and laborers get arthritis and get beat up spines because they're working. Well, that's not true. They looked in business communities, people's sedentary lives. Same amount of people had arthritis, low back problems, sciatica, pinched nerve. So there was no difference. So it seems that our bodies are stacked up on the blocks constantly without relief. We're chronically unexercised, we're in poor condition, and we never take care of ourselves.
Oh, and we do get shorter as we get older, right?
Yeah, compressed gravity, constant force, 33 1/3 pounds per square inch.
So that force is going to hit be on those nerves.
No doubt about it. And look at my posture, for example. Every inch that my head goes forward, that triples the power or force in my low back. I'm a 200-pound man. Half of me is 100 pounds, so 100 pounds is sitting on my posterior right now. It moves forward an inch, It's now 300 pounds.
Wow.
So the numbers climb quickly. 3 inches, 900 pounds of force going right through those discs.
This physics is what I tune out. I don't understand it. No, I'm kidding. But that is tough stuff. And also, mentioning sedentary, it is an issue. We have kids that are not as active as when we were all kids, and you're probably a little younger than us, but we were out moving about.
Right.
And I'm sure that's an issue that starts way young. So those kids, you're talking about the baby boomers, but now you got me in crisis mode. All these young kids are going to move into that problem area, too, if this doesn't change.
No doubt about it.
But I know we've touched on this before, but in terms of like maintenance, you maintain your car better than you maintain your body, as it sounds like.
Yeah.
So
we'll spend thousands a year on a hunk of metal we'll get rid of.
we have to hang on to this, what we're traveling around in for
That's
our
right.
lifetime. So what do you recommend for someone just in terms of maintenance? Once they've been evaluated by you, is there a general maintenance schedule for people?
I usually break it down by age and chronicity, exactly what the task force was looking at when they were looking at chronic back pain sufferers and how they're going to fail in the future. Ultimately, I leave it on my patients unless they have a problem that needs to be handled or their age. Like, for example, a young kid playing Superman off a chicken coop hurts himself. I see him once or twice, that's it. I'll check him again in 2 years, 3 years. Now, a 60-year-old that has a ton of arthritis, a pinched nerve, and a disc about ready to blow, it's going to take some time to straighten them out. And after that, they're probably going to have to get a tune-up probably once every 2 months or so. But I always put it on my practice members like this. Once you start feeling stiff, that's the first sign. You start feeling some stiffness, it's time to get checked. By the time you wait till huge symptoms manifest, it's going to take an effort, especially in the maturing population. That's just the reality. In fact, we're promoting right now, seeking people who are interested in being checked up in the community for $17. That's my cost for films. I'm willing to extend that to your listening community for 2 weeks, because I'm only one person. Only 2 weeks. If you want to be evaluated, just mention this program, and we'll evaluate you at the cost of my x-rays alone.
That's very generous.
And people are saying, what's the name of the program? How about they just say Karen and Rick, or Rick and
That's
Karen?
fine. Yeah.
You'll know.
People say, hey, aren't you that guy on the...
That show with those two weird people? Why are you still doing that? No, very generous, and it shows that you do care about these things. So give your chiropractor a call.